Does it peel off the inside?
What?
Does it peel off the inside?
I would imagine so. I don't know.
Do you wash the balloons?
Sure you can. And then you can fill it with pudding.
Ooh.
Like how much chocolate? Like just a tiny thin layer, or?
Yeah.
I bet you could double dip it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can pour chocolate just on the tray and then set the balloon on top of it, so it's got a little stick.
Guess what Johnson asked for his birthday.
That's almost as good as a chocolate bar that says Dad on it.
We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
We're
Father's
gonna do
Day's
that
coming
this-
up. Actually, aren't you at camp
Day's coming up.
for Father's Day? Isn't it in June?
Yeah. Yeah, you're out of luck.
She'll have to make that whip for my dad.
When's his birthday?
I mean, not Father's Day, it's
November.
That's right.
His birthday's in November to answer the question.
Right.
Oh, is it November 21st?
Sometimes does it ever fall on Thanksgiving or does it just come really close?
Yes,
one
it does.
day.
It
It's
does.
been 1 day is the closest thing. So, Maka was cleaning out her drawers, and she has some little notes from Mom when she was a little kid I thought were humorous. So I thought I'd share them with you. Dear Fairy, may I please keep my tooth? Con. Charge 25 cents. Just kidding. This one she was really young on. Fairy, look on side. I hope I can get my tooth back, please. And from me, I hope that I can have money. Thank you. Except it said tack you, T-A-C-K-U. Bonnie tells lies. Once Bonnie stuck her finger in the sugar. My mother and father were at the store and I was not looking.
Now that I know. She stuck her finger in the sugar.
Dear Tooth Fairy, can I keep my teeth?
Connie.
I'm really obsessed with
Why did you want your teeth?
I thought they were cool.
Dear Danny, crossed out, Fairy. Can I keep my tooth? If I can, put it on my dresser, please. Thank you. Dear Tooth Fairy, may I have my teeth but still have the money? Love, Connie. That was her second revision. The first revision was on this side. Here I am, sick at home. There is no sense to moan and moan, but being sick on Valentine's Day is worse than going to a Chinese cafe. By Connie B. I thought you would relate to that, Danielle.
Yeah, I hated Chinese food when I was a kid.
Me and my little sister were fighting on Saturday, and I ran into my room and locked the door. And my little sister was sticking her feet under the door. And I got ready to stomp on her foot when she stuck it under, and then I thought of an idea. I thought that she was looking under with the door, and I farted in her face. And she ran around the house saying, "Ooh, yuck," and all sorts of stuff.
Really?
I would never do such a thing. Lies and deceit.
But didn't you write it?
No. Somebody else.
This isn't funny, but it's interesting. This is a I don't know, Teen Power's a little pamphlet that we got once a month.
No, every Sunday.
Every Sunday? Sunday school paper. Yeah.
And she got $25 for it. You started your college fund.
Okay, Jim, I said to my friend who had left his car in my driveway. I'll fix her. Bye. And with that, I began to work on the car. There, I said to myself as I jacked the car up and supported the wheels. Let's see what's wrong with the transmission. 15 minutes later, when I was under the car, hard at work on the transmission, I heard a creaking noise. I didn't pay attention to it at first, but I should have, because suddenly the car was on top of me. When I finally caught my breath, I looked to see that the wheels hadn't been...
My dads are good at doing this kind
Yeah,
of thing.
it must run in the family.
Wait, I'm really confused.
Okay, I wrote a story about something that happened to my dad, and I wrote it from his perspective.
Huh.
And it's in 1977, so I was 13 years old, and I submitted it to this Sunday school paper, and they accepted it and printed it,
Published it.
published it. So I'm a published author.
And this just happened to be a different gym that a car fell on?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Jim.
It was
It was
fictional.
Jim is the name of the man who dropped off the car to get fixed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you remember who it was?
Semi-fictional.
Good.
Oh, it was Jim Good.
What was Jim?
Should I start over, or does it all make sense now?
So now the story is being told from Papa Ron's perspective. Okay.
When I finally caught my breath, I looked to see that the wheels hadn't been supported correctly. The car had rolled into the garage door. If the door hadn't stopped the car, it would have rolled further and crushed me to death. I tried to find a way to get out from under the car. I wiggled and giggled and iggled and tiggled. No, I wiggled
That's
and
not funny.
I wiggled and twisted and turned, but I couldn't get out. I had a terrible pain in my chest too. I didn't know what to do, so I just prayed. Dear God, I said, please help me get out of this mess. I looked around again. This time I found a hammer. I had one arm free, so I decided to try pounding on the floor and see if anyone would hear me. I pounded and pounded, but no one came. Meanwhile, my mom was dusting in the house. You should have said my wife.
Whoops.
It was from his perspective.
Oh, yeah.
She came out to shake her rag. When she heard me yelling, she came running. After she saw me, she ran to the phone. Ron, who should I call? She yelled to me. Evidently, she was too panicky to think straight, so she just hung up the phone. Just then, a neighbor lady came running and said, I heard someone yelling. Can I help? Mary Ellen told her to go and get help. After she left, Mary Ellen said, what can I do? Jack up the car just enough so that I can wiggle out, I told her. She ran over and quickly grabbed the handle of the jack. Be careful that you don't jack it too fast, I warned. It might accidentally slip and crush me. Now she wouldn't touch that jack handle for $1 million. I finally convinced her to try slowly. She did, and I wiggled out. The next day I went to the doctor. He took x-rays and told me I had a cracked rib. When I got home, I went to look at the garage door. It was really bashed up. Right there I prayed, thanks God for saving me. As told to Connie Buckingham, Bozeman. So anyway, fun little treasures.
Did you laugh at the
Because why didn't he go to the hospital that day?
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Was it late that night or something?
I don't remember.
I mean, it was just the back of the days you didn't go to the doctor.
Right, you don't go to the hospital.
I kept running around
Is this
when
a
he
true
told me
story you wrote?
it might crush him, you know. I kept
Is it a
running
true
around.
story?
I'd rather have you crushed than dead. I'd rather have you crushed than dead. It was scary and all that. But I finally just took the jack and carefully.
Which was it?
He was out of there just like, you know.
Was it like a handyman jack or a floor jack?
Foreman. I don't know what a handyman.
Like
think
it has
it
a
was
straight
that
pillar that comes up with the holes in it that you can ratchet it
Well, I
up.
thought it was the hydraulic jack, that one that we liked to play with.
Yeah.
But
That
boy,
was fun.
I never saw anybody move so fast in all their lives.
So, it gives one pause to think maybe it has to do with the wife. Are you sure Mary Ellen wasn't driving by and pushed that trailer onto you?
Well, you know.
Sorry, that's not funny.
Maybe it's me. I'm a common denominator or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm the least common factor, not the greatest common. Oh.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not either one of you because I'd rather not relate the story, but I know that you're not.